Alex was an ordinary person living on Earth. He worked as a software engineer and liked spending his free time exploring new apps. One day, he saw an ad for a new DNA matching app called GeneLink. It promised to connect people to unknown family, or even ancient roots. Curious and a little bored, Alex decided to try it out. He sent a small sample of his saliva and waited for results. A few hours later, the app sent a notification. Alex opened it and saw something strange. The app said he had a DNA match, but not with anyone on Earth. It claimed his DNA was linked to an alien race, civilization that had disappeared 2,000 years ago. Alex laughed nervously. He thought it was a bug or a joke. Maybe the app was playing tricks, or he had a rare genetic mutation. He almost ignored it. But the app kept sending him messages, encouraging him to learn more about the match. Curiosity got the better of him then. Out of nowhere, Alex noticed something odd. Strange people began following him. At first he thought it was his imagination. Soon he saw a group of tall figures with glowing blue eyes watching him from a distance. Their appearance was unlike anything Alex had ever seen. Their skin was smooth and pale, and they moved silently. One evening, as Alex walked home, the strangers approached him. They spoke in calm voices, introducing themselves as envoys from the lost empire of Azaria, a civilization once powerful in the galaxy, but thought to be extinct. They told Alex that his DNA connected him directly to their royal bloodline. Alex was shocked. He had always believed he was just a normal human. How could he be related to an alien empire? The envoys showed him images and records from ancient times. Proof that Azaria had ruled many star systems before vanishing suddenly. The envoys explained that the empire had faced a terrible war. 2,000 years ago. Their leaders were killed, and the royal line was believed lost forever. But unknown to most, a few heirs had escaped and mixed with other species, including humans on Earth. Alex listened carefully as they told him he was the last known heir. Of Azaria, this meant he had a right, and perhaps a duty, to restore the empire. They said they had watched over Earth quietly for centuries, waiting for a sign. Alex's DNA match was that sign. Alex felt a flood of emotions, fear, disbelief, excitement, and confusion. He wanted to ask many questions, but didn't know where to start. The envoys offered to take him to Azaria's hidden homeworld, a place protected from outsiders for centuries. Alex hesitated. He was afraid of leaving everything he knew, his friends, his job, his simple life. But deep inside, he felt a strange pull, as if this was part of his destiny. After a sleepless night, Alex agreed. The envoys used their advanced technology to transport him from Earth to the heart of Azaria. The journey was unlike anything Alex had ever imagined. He saw stars and galaxies swirl around him as if the universe itself was alive. When Alex arrived, the Empire's homeworld was breathtaking. Towering crystal cities reflected the light of twin suns. Strange plants glowed softly in the twilight. Alien creatures moved peacefully around, showing no fear of him. The envoys introduced Alex to the council, wise elders who had kept the Empire's history alive. They welcomed him with respect, but also reminded him of the heavy burden he carried. Alex was to learn their ways and prepare to take his place as a leader. Alex felt overwhelmed. Everything was new. The language, the customs, the technology. He struggled to understand his role in this strange ancient world. Yet the more he learned, the more he realized that Azaria was not just a lost empire. It was a chance to be part of something greater than himself. The Empire's values of honor, peace, and knowledge resonated with Alex's own beliefs. As days passed, Alex began to train with the Empire's best teachers. He studied their history, learned to use their advanced technology, and practiced diplomacy. He also started to bond with the people, who were curious and hopeful about this unexpected heir. However, not everyone was happy. Some in the Empire doubted Alex because he was human. They whispered that a stranger could not lead Azaria, and some even plotted against him. Alex faced these challenges quietly, determined to prove his worth. Deep inside, he felt the weight of two worlds, Earth and Azaria, resting on his shoulders. One night, While looking at the stars from a crystal balcony, Alex whispered to himself, "I don't know if I am ready, but I will try. For both worlds, I will try." This was only the beginning of Alex's journey, a journey to find his place as the last heir of a 2,000-year-old empire, and to face challenges no human had ever dreamed of. After several days on the alien homeworld, Alex began to understand the true scale of the empire called Azaria. It was not just a place frozen in time, it was a living culture, filled with history, mystery, and power. The towering crystal cities held secrets beyond anything Alex had ever seen on Earth. The council elders invited Alex to their great hall. The hall was enormous, made of shining stone that seemed to glow from within. Everywhere, ancient symbols and paintings told stories of Azaria's past, wars fought, alliances made, and discoveries beyond stars. One elder, named Selen, spoke gently. "Alex, you are more than a stranger. Your blood carries the strength of Azaria's founders. But to truly lead, you must learn who we are and what we stand for." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of Selen's words. He wanted to prove himself, but did not know where to begin. Selen smiled kindly and said, "We will teach you everything, our history, our ways, and our technology. But first, you must open your mind and heart." Alex spent hours each day in lessons. He learned about Azaria's golden age. Their ships explored distant galaxies, and their people lived in peace and prosperity. He saw how the Empire had been betrayed by an alliance of enemy species, which led to the Great War and the Empire's fall. Of the Empire's technology amazed Alex. They had energy sources far beyond Earth's, ships that could bend space, and machines that healed wounds in seconds. Yet the Empire's strength was not just in machines, it was in their unity and wisdom. One afternoon, Alex met his mentor, a tall alien named Lyra. She was calm and patient, with eyes that shone like stars. Lyra explained that Alex's training would not be easy. "You must master more than knowledge," Lyra said. "You must grow in leadership, courage, and understanding. Many in Azaria doubt you because you are human. They fear change and the unknown." Alex listened carefully. He knew that gaining the trust of a lost empire was a challenge bigger than any he had faced before. He asked Lyra, "How do I convince them? How do I show them I belong?" Lyra smiled softly. "Actions speak louder than words. You will have your chance soon." As days turned into weeks, Alex's skills grew. He learned to pilot Azaria's advanced ships, study ancient languages, and negotiate with alien leaders. He also visited the Empire's archives, vast rooms filled with floating data and holograms that told stories of heroes long gone. Alex felt the deep connection of his bloodline. He dreamed of the Empire's past and of what could be. But he also felt the fear of failure, fear of not being accepted. One day a message arrived that shook the Empire. Scouts had detected signs of the old enemy coalition moving closer to Azaria's home world. The very species that had nearly destroyed the Empire 2,000 years ago were returning. The council called an emergency meeting. Alex was invited to speak. Many elders looked at him with doubt, some with hope. Alex stood before the council, his heart pounding. He spoke clearly. "I know I am new to this world, and many do not trust me. But if we stand divided, we will fall again. We must unite, prepare, and fight together as one." His words surprised many. Some murmured in approval, others in suspicion. But Alex did not back down. He showed plans he had studied from the archives, defense strategies combining Azaria's technology with human ideas. After long debate, the council agreed to prepare the Empire for battle. Alex was given command of a fleet, an ancient but powerful group of ships hidden for centuries. Alex felt nervous but ready. He gathered his crew, a mix of Azarian soldiers and humans who had joined the Empire in secret. Training began day and night. Alex worked hard to earn their respect. Outside, the enemy fleet approached fast. The skies over the home world darkened. With unknown ships, alarms echoed through the cities. On the first day of battle, Alex led his fleet in a daring attack. Using new tactics learned from Earth, he surprised the enemy, breaking their lines and protecting the planet below. The battle was fierce. Lasers flashed, ships exploded, and the air was filled with tension. Alex stayed calm, guiding his team with clear orders and bravery. Slowly, the Empire's forces gained ground. The enemy was pushed back, confused by the new leadership and tactics. After hours of fighting, the enemy retreated into deep space. Victory celebrations erupted across Azaria. For the first time in centuries, hope returned. Alex was hailed as a hero. Many who doubted him now saw a new leader, one who could bring the Empire back from the edge. But Alex knew the fight was not over. The enemy would return, and challenges awaited. He had to continue learning, growing, and uniting his people. In quiet moments, Alex thought about Earth, his home world. He missed its simple beauty and the people he left behind. Yet here on Azaria, he found a new purpose. As night fell over the glowing cities, Alex looked up at the twin suns. He whispered, "I will not let you down. This empire, this family, will rise again." The journey of the last heir was just beginning, a path filled with danger, hope, and the chance to change the fate of two worlds. After the great battle, Alex found himself in the center of attention. Many people of Azaria looked at him with new respect, but some still doubted his place as heir, knew that winning a fight was not enough to lead a whole empire. The council set a series of trials to test Alex's worthiness. These trials were ancient challenges designed to measure a leader's mind, heart, and spirit. If Alex passed, the Empire would accept him as their true leader. If he failed, his claim would be lost forever. The first trial was called the Trial of Wisdom. Alex had to solve puzzles and answer questions about Azaria's history, laws, and philosophy. He spent days studying, reading from the archives, and learning from the elders. Many nights he stayed awake, practicing what he had learned. On the day of the trial, Alex entered a large chamber filled with glowing symbols. A voice spoke from nowhere, asking him questions. Alex remained calm and answered carefully. When he completed the test, a soft light shone, showing he had passed. The next trial was the trial of courage. Alex was sent to a dangerous part of the planet, a deep forest filled with strange creatures and natural traps. He had to retrieve an ancient relic from a hidden temple. The journey was tough. He faced wild beasts, tricky paths, and harsh weather. During the journey, Alex used his training and human instincts to survive. He helped a lost alien child along the way, earning trust and learning kindness. Finally, after many challenges, Alex found the relic, a glowing crystal said to hold the Empire's spirit. He returned safely, proving his bravery. The last trial was the hardest, the trial of unity. Alex had to bring together the different tribes and factions of Azaria, many of which had been enemies for centuries. Some refused to follow a human leader and wanted to fight him openly. Alex called for a great council meeting, inviting leaders from all parts of the Empire, spoke honestly about his fears and hopes. He shared stories of Earth and human values, like friendship, trust, and cooperation. Slowly, he built bridges between the groups to prove his commitment. Alex joined in old rituals and traditions, learning their dances, songs, and ceremonies. He respected their customs, showing he was not just a ruler, but part of the people. Despite some protests, Alex's honesty and determination won many hearts. The leaders agreed to unite under one banner for the first time in generations. However, during this time, secret enemies in the Empire tried to sabotage Alex's efforts. A group called the Shadow Council believed only pure Azarians should rule. They spread rumors and planned to remove Alex by force. Alex's friends warned him, but he chose to face the problems openly. He invited the Shadow Council to speak and listened to their concerns. Through dialogue, he slowly softened their hearts, showing that strength came from unity, not division. As the Empire began to heal, Alex received troubling news. The enemy coalition was preparing a second, larger attack. This time, they brought new weapons and allies from distant galaxies. Alex knew the fate of Azaria hung in the balance. He worked day and night with scientists and strategists, combining ancient technology with human innovations. Together, they created new defenses, improved ships, and trained soldiers. His leadership inspired hope across the Empire. Many young Azarians joined his cause, ready to fight for a new future. One evening, Alex walked through the city streets, seeing people from many worlds living together. He felt a deep connection, a sense that this empire was becoming something new, a blend of old and new, alien and human. He thought about Earth again, wondering if he would ever return. But now, he knew his place was here. Leading Azaria through its darkest hour, as the enemy fleet approached once more, Alex stood on the command bridge of the flagship. He looked at the stars, calm but ready. He whispered, "This time we will. Not only survive, we will rise stronger." The war was about to reach its peak. Alex's journey from a simple human to a true heir was far from over. The future of two worlds depended on his courage and wisdom. The skies over Azaria darkened again. The enemy fleet was bigger and more powerful this time. Ships with strange designs moved in tight formations, ready to attack. The entire empire prepared for battle. Alex stood on the command bridge of the flagship, surrounded by his trusted officers. His heart beat steady. He felt the heavy weight of responsibility, but also the strength of the people behind him. "All units, prepare for engagement," Alex ordered. "Remember, we fight for our home and our future." As the battle began, lasers and energy beams filled space. Ships exploded in bursts of light. The enemy was fierce, but Alex's forces were better prepared. They used new strategies, combining Azaria's ancient technology with human ideas. Alex led daring attacks, surprising the enemy with fast strikes and smart defenses. He worked closely with Lyra, his mentor, who commanded a squadron of fighter ships. Together, they coordinated the defense with skill and courage. In the middle of the fight, an enemy ship broke through the defenses and headed straight for the homeworld's capital. Alarms blared and panic spread. Alex didn't hesitate. Took control of a small squadron and chased the enemy's ship. The chase was tense and dangerous. Alex used every skill he had learned to outmaneuver the pursuer finally. Near the planet's surface, Alex's squadron trapped the enemy ship. A fierce battle followed. Alex managed to disable the ship's weapons and forced it to retreat. Back. In space, the Empire's fleet gained the upper hand. The enemy was pushed back, losing many ships. After hours of fighting, the enemy commander ordered a retreat. Victory was declared. But Alex knew this was only one battle in a larger war. The enemy would return with new plans. After the battle, Alex visited the injured and the families who had lost loved ones. He spoke with kindness and promise. "Our empire will rebuild," he said. "We will grow stronger and protect every soul under our care." Alex also reached out to other species in nearby star systems. He sent envoys to build alliances, sharing the story of Azaria's survival and hope. Many responded with help, supplies, soldiers, and technology. Azaria was no longer alone, but some worlds were wary, fearing the old empire might try to conquer again. Alex knew he had to prove that. This new Azaria was different, peaceful, wise, and open. Inside the empire, Alex continued to face challenges. The Shadow Council still lingered, watching his every move. Some members plotted secretly, hoping to weaken his rule. One night, Alex received a warning from a loyal friend. The group was planning to attack him during a public ceremony. Alex did not panic. He prepared quietly, strengthening his security and planning to confront the attackers calmly. During the ceremony, as Alex spoke about unity and hope, masked figures tried to disrupt the event. Guards quickly stopped them, and Alex addressed the crowd. "Fear and hatred have no place here," he said firmly. "We face threats together as one people." The crowd cheered, showing support for Alex's courage. This event helped Alex gain more trust from the people. They saw him as a leader who faced danger without fear and stood for peace. As time passed, Alex worked on rebuilding the Empire's cities and culture. He encouraged education, arts, and science. Children learned both Azurian history and human stories, creating a new shared future. Alex also spent time learning about human traditions, sharing them with his new family. He missed Earth, but found joy in blending two worlds. One evening, Alex stood on a balcony, looking at the twin suns setting. Lyra joined him. "You have come far," she said softly. "The Empire is changing because of you." Alex smiled, feeling hope. There is still much to do. But together, we can build a future worth fighting for. The Empire was no longer lost. With Alex as their last heir, Azyria was alive and ready to face whatever came next. After the last battle and the ceremonies, Alex worked harder than ever to rebuild the Empire. Zarya's cities had suffered, and many people were still scared of future attacks. Alex knew that winning hearts was as important as winning wars. He started visiting towns and villages across the home world. He talked to farmers, teachers, engineers, and children. He listened to their stories, their fears, and their hopes. Alex wanted to show that he was a leader for everyone, not just the powerful. In one small village, Alex met an elder named Kieran. Kieran had lived through the Empire's fall centuries ago and carried memories of the old times. The Empire was great, but pride made us weak, Kieran said. "You remind me of the hope we lost." Alex smiled. "I want to build a new empire, one that learns from the past and cares for all." Kieran nodded, giving Alex a small stone shaped like a star. "This is a symbol of guidance. May it help you lead with wisdom." Alex kept the stone close as a reminder. Meanwhile, Alex worked with scientists to improve technology. He believed the future would belong to those who combined knowledge and kindness. They created new energy sources that didn't harm nature, and built ships that could travel faster and safer. Alex also opened schools where children learned about Earth and Azaria, about cooperation and peace. He invited alien scholars from many species to share ideas, creating a new culture rich with diversity. But peace was fragile. Far from Azaria's homeworld, the enemy coalition was not defeated. They watched closely, planning their next move. One day, Alex received a secret message from a spy inside the enemy ranks. The coalition was forming a powerful weapon that could destroy entire planets. Alex gathered his council quickly. They knew that if the weapon was completed, no empire could stand against it. "We must act fast," Alex said. "Our future depends on stopping this threat before it grows." Alex led a small team of experts on a risky mission to find the weapon's location. Traveling through dangerous space filled with enemy patrols, they reached a hidden base on a distant moon. The base was heavily guarded. Alex and his team used stealth and clever tricks to enter without being detected. Inside, they found the weapon, a massive machine that pulsed with dark energy. Alex ordered his team to plant explosives to destroy it. But as they worked, enemy soldiers discovered them. A fierce fight broke out in the narrow corridors. Alex fought bravely, protecting his friends and pushing forward. With teamwork and courage, they completed their mission and escaped just before the base exploded. The destruction of the weapon was a great victory. But Alex knew the war was far from over. Returning home, Alex was welcomed as a hero once again. Yet he remained humble. "This victory belongs to all of us," he said. "It is a step toward lasting peace." In the weeks that followed, Alex focused on diplomacy. He reached out to neutral worlds, asking them to join a new alliance, one based on trust and shared goals. Many agreed, inspired by Azoria's rebirth. Alex also worked to heal old wounds within Azoria. He met with former enemies, offering forgiveness and friendship. Slowly, the Empire grew stronger and more united. During this time, Alex discovered something surprising: a group of humans living secretly among the stars. They were descendants of ancient explorers who had left Earth centuries ago. Alex felt a deep connection to them. He invited them to Azoria, welcoming them as part of the Empire's new family. This reunion filled Alex with hope. The Empire was no longer just Azaria or Earth. It was a bridge between many worlds. One quiet evening, Alex sat with Lyra under the glowing skies. They spoke of the future. "Do you think the Empire will ever be truly safe?" Alex asked. Lyra smiled gently. "Peace is a journey, not a destination. But with leaders like you, the path is bright." Alex looked at the stars and felt ready. He was no longer just a human lost in the stars. He was the last heir of an ancient empire, a leader who would guide many worlds toward a better tomorrow. Alex stood on the highest tower of Azaria's capital city. The twin suns were setting, painting the sky in orange and purple. Below, the crystal buildings glowed softly, alive with the hum of life. He took a deep breath, feeling the weight of his journey from an ordinary human on Earth to the last heir of a great empire. Azaria was no longer just a forgotten name in history. Under Alex's leadership, it had begun to rise again, stronger, wiser, and more united than ever. The empire had grown beyond its old borders, welcoming new allies and cultures. It was a beacon of hope in a galaxy full of uncertainty. But Alex knew the future still held challenges. Old enemies had not vanished, and new threats would come. The real test was not just in battle, but in keeping peace and guiding many worlds together. That night, the council gathered in the Great Hall for a special ceremony. Alex was to officially take the title of Emperor, the first in over 2,000 years. The room was filled with leaders from across the empire and its new allies. There was hope, excitement, and respect. Alex stepped forward, feeling calm but proud. He spoke clearly. "I accept this honor not for myself, but for every person in Azaria and beyond. Together, we will build a future where all can live in peace and explore the stars." The crowd cheered, their voices echoing in the vast hall. Lyra stood by his side, smiling with pride. After the ceremony, Alex visited the Empire's archives one last time before the official new era began. He looked at the ancient records, feeling connected to those who came before. Their dreams, struggles, and sacrifices had led to this moment. Outside, the night sky was filled with stars. Alex thought about Earth, the place where his journey began. He wondered what his old life was like now. He hoped his friends there were safe and happy. Yet Azaria was his home now, a place where he had found purpose, family. It's a chance to change the galaxy for the better in the following months. Alex worked tirelessly to unite the Empire's many peoples. He promoted education, arts, and science, encouraging everyone to learn from each other. Schools taught both human and Azorian history, helping new generations understand the power of unity. He also formed a council of representatives from all the allied worlds, giving a voice to many cultures. Decisions were made together, building trust and cooperation. As Azaria grew in strength, trade and exploration flourished. New worlds were discovered and old wounds healed. Alex led peaceful missions to distant stars, inviting others to join. The Empire's vision of harmony, but leadership was not without sacrifice. Alex missed simple things: Earth's blue skies, familiar faces, and quiet moments with friends. He sometimes felt lonely, carrying the hopes of so many. One evening, Lyra joined him on the tower. "You carry a heavy burden," she said softly. Alex nodded. "Sometimes it feels like too much. But I remember why I came here, to make a difference." Lyra smiled. "And you have. The Empire is alive because of you." Alex looked out at the stars, feeling both small and powerful. God been chosen by fate and chance, but he made his own path. The Empire of Azaria was no longer lost or forgotten. With Alex as its leader, it stood ready to face whatever the galaxy held with courage, wisdom, and hope. As the twin suns disappeared below the horizon, Alex whispered, "This is just the beginning." And with that, a new chapter for Azaria. And humanity began, a story of two worlds united by blood, courage, and the dream of peace among the stars.